Alright. Finally, Injustice 2 is dropped in Europe. I thought it was coming out on Tuesday. Little did I know I had to come home and be super sad. But today is good because we've got it. First things first, what we're going to do for this is go into practice mode and just figure out some of the basics with Batman. He was one of my mains when I played back on Injustice Gods Among Us, so I think it's a good stepping in character, working out some of the combos, something new. I've tried a bit while I've been practicing before I decided to film this. I'm going to have me beat up some Superman because why not? Let's have a look on the levels of what Red Sun Prison I think would be very, very fitting level.
Fighters approaching Red Sun Prison.
Alright, so we got the normal moves. What I'm going to be doing as well is using the universal codes, which is one for X or square if you're on the PlayStation. I'll be playing on Xbox, so you may even get me confused with saying X instead of 1, but you know what I mean. So we have X for 1, 2, which is Y, or triangle on the PlayStation, 3 for A or X on the PlayStation, and you've got B, which is your trait, which is actually 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. And I just much better suit. Alright, so what we're going to go through right now is a couple of combos that I've been practicing. We've got a couple moves which are really, really useful. So what I'll do is I'll go up to the menu, move this and just kind of note down using the tag system that they've got on this to show some of the combos that I'll be using mainly either to start or in the middle of my combos and going through special moves and so on. But the hardest moves to probably remember are the actual strings that you've got for the combo attacks. So you'll find that Vengeance can be useful when an opponent is ducking, so I'll tag that one at the beginning for combos where you can set things up. Mind Games is a very, very, very good combo starter, and it's very good for the middle to continue juggles as well. You got High Tech, which is good for a damaging combo ender and a hard knockdown. So we'll tag that. Some of these are quite interchangeable as well. And Darkness is useful for juggles as well, but it doesn't really give you much time to do much after that. We won't really be using many other ones that are pretty hard to remember. And Caped Crusader. So what's really good right now is Vengeance. Mind Games is useful and you'll see why. High Tech is really good as well. Caped Crusader and Stay Down. You got his special moves, but we'll just go through those as normal. So first things first is normal movement, where Batman's backdash is pretty good, his forward dash is good, he's a pretty much all good all-round character. Normal moves 1, 2, 3, and his trait, which returned from Injustice Gods Among Us, which is his bats, mechanical bats. Bring them out, you can spin them, you hold that down, stays for longer, pretty much infinitely. Oh wait, not even infinite, it's just a long time, and hold pressing 4 again. You shoot them at people. Those are good for combo extension, which you see as well. So if we start off with his special moves, his grapple hook, down forward. Now I'm using the release check off, so I can just do the input rather than releasing the button to do the move, which you can do in the menu section, which you can see here. Where is that option? Controller preset. Now I've got release check off because I find it easier. Alternate control as well is on, so it plays a bit more like Street Fighter, where you do the down forward movement rather than just the down forward. You've got down, diagonal, forward, and then forward. Input shortcuts on, which makes things easier for me. Some people may not like it, but that's just what I have. So when we've got the bat grapple, the bat claw, whatever you want to call it, that's down forward. Now you can just still do down forward and it still works. That's a really good move for getting in on characters that are trying to just hold back, and you catch them unaware. Boom, kick, which can also be meter burn, which should be used for combos, which you can see later. Have that. And then you've got his normal batarang, which is good. It has a different animation from Injustice Gods Among Us as well. It's useful, but you're not going to win any projectile battles in this game. You've got too many good people. Batman just can't hold up against even Superman, Firestorm, Dr. Fate. All these people that have got really good projectile games. That's literally their design, especially Darkseid. But we'll get to those a bit later on when I do videos on those characters, if I can. I'll see, depending on how good my gameplay with them is. So, and you've also got the uppers one as well, doing it forward. You've got meter burn, which is good, useful for keeping away, but again, you don't really want to do that with Batman mid-range. So from about here, this area is where Batman's good because you can jump in and so on. And then you've also got the upwards grapnel hook, which works. You can meter burn that as well, and this upwards one as well. So when you do down back X or down back 1, down back square, you get the upwards grapple. And you go down forward, you get the forwards one, which you can meter burn as well. Down back 2 gives you the upward batarang, which all of these moves are very useful. To be perfectly honest, you've got another special move, which is the bat slide, I think it's called. Let me check that. Bat slide. Slide kick. I'm going to call it the bat slide because Batman. Everything comes from Batman. Which you can still meter burn. That's not how you do it. You meter burn that. What for me, this is a semicircle back to front motion. But you can still do it back front. No, I can't do it. So slide, meter burn, slide by itself, done. Now, those are pretty much the main moves that you'll be using when you're fighting as Batman. Up grapple to continue combos or end it when you want to switch sides. Forward grapple to catch people, your opponent, and those is when you meter burn it, you can do that, and you're left open for a combo. Let's do this. Oh, this is right in the corner. Alright, next. And that takes you to the other side. Meter burn that as well for a bounce. So, and you can get that as well. So what the first thing that we'll be doing as well is just a straight up corner combo, which I think is quite useful for when you finally got someone in here, which I love getting in the corner, controlling the space, using your bats, creating the pressure, keeping that going on, which is really, really good. Now, my initial combo started actually with a jump 3. So jump in, you press A on the Xbox and X on the PlayStation. So jump 3, you hit him with that. Now, the special thing about the jump 3 in the corner with Batman is that sometimes it's a mid, sometimes it's overhead. So there it's a mid, which you can see, and there it's an overhead. So, and it's always a cross up. So it's going to be useful. Sorry, I jumped up straight. So you want to do a diagonal, no matter what, even if it's a mid, it crosses up. Let me get it. I can't choose when I want to do it. Weird. There we go. The higher you are, it's actually mid, which is weird. So that's always a good cross up there. But the next part of this is a combo for mind games. So that's mind games, which returns from Injustice Gods Among Us. So in the corner, what you want to do is jump 3, mind games. So that mind games is 1, 2, 3. Done. So that's quite good. So in the corner, once again, jump 3, mind games. And from there, you want to go into the beginning part of Stay Down, which you can see at the top is a back 2. That move again returns, full move, which is really good for combo enders. And from there, if you've got your trait active, you can continue and go in with a grapple hook, which I just missed, but you're getting the point. And you do the trait from there with 4. So what we're doing right now, jump 3, 1, 2, 3, back. Hit him with a back 2. So let's just do that one more time. Jump 3, Jump 3, 1, 2, 3. Jump 3, 1, oh, missed it. Jump 3, 1, 2, 3. Back 1. And from the back 1, you want to go into his grapple hook, which is the down forward one. So 3, 1, 2, 3. Sorry. 3, 1, 2, 3. Back 1. Missed that one more time. And meter burn that grapple. So now that you've got that motion down, once you practice it a few times, you can go straight from the back 1 into the grapple hook. You want to make sure you meter burn that, and then you want to do a forward 3, which is an overhead, and you'll bounce them up for a further combo, which we'll finish off. For this one, we'll be doing high tech, but we'll get to that point. You'll see why it's really useful as well. So we start 3, 1, 2, 3, back 1, meter burn, overhead, boom. So we've got that. So now that we've got that down, we can continue that. Overhead. I did the wrong one. I think I just did darkness. Alright, so what we'll do, we've got 3. Did it too late. But what high tech actually does is creates a hard knockdown. So you see this right here. From that, you can get your trade out. So if you want to keep applying that pressure, you're scared that your opponent's going to do a wake up, boom, got that. And if they do EX, a meter burn, you can stop that most times with Batman's Batarangs. So, jump, 3, I missed the combo. The problem with this as well for the mind games, the 1, 2, 3, you have to wait just a little bit so you can time it. So, yeah, it's timed. Alright, we'll get it, don't worry. Got this. Wait. Getting used to this as this is one of the first times I've played this on this console. Boom. And that's a nice 37 right there. To be perfectly honest, I'm not really a big fan of getting a bunch of damage. I like things that look nice. So if you want to take a look at this combo once more, you go and jump 3. Then you go mind games 1, 2, 3. Up. Then when they're up, back 1 for the beginning of stay down. Once you do that, grapple hook. Then you get the grapple hook, meter burn it. Then you want to go into the overhead forward 3. Once you do that, back 1, 1, 2. Back 1, 1, 2. So all together now. And I missed it, but you guys get the point. So after you do that, your combo, you want to go into your trait. And ideally, your opponent will think he's going to get the trade out. He won't be able to do anything now. With Superman, he's got a good wake up to the grab, or even just trying to throw some lasers at you with a meter burn, which could give some invincibility. So that's a worry that you may have to deal with. But for now, pretend your opponent is not the smartest person in the world. So for some mid combos, I've got very very good ones. If you wanna stay on the same side. You want to go with 2, 2, 3. Now that's the Caped Crusader 2, 2, 3. After that, you want to go and jump 2. You can jump 3. A lot of these are interchangeable with 2 and 3, but 3 makes it sometimes a little bit harder to combo afterwards because it does so much damage. Or at least for me, maybe I just haven't found a way to do it. But 2, 2, 3, jump. Again, you want to go into stay down, back 1. And then after that, go to the forward grapple. If it lets me do it. Hold on, I got this. There we go, and back 3. And sometimes, instead of doing stay down, you can go into, what's it called? Let's have a look at this. Winged Avenger. Okay, so that's your back 1-3. So if you do forward 1-3, goes into this, which is good because sometimes it keeps you in line with your opponent, and it can combo in the corner. But for this combo, we've got 2-2-3, jump 2, done. And then you go back 1, and then meter burn the grapple hook. Back 3, jump in with a 2, and you can go forward 1-2 for the Winged Avenger to keep your opponent close. If you're doing the back 1, you might want to have your batarangs ready, not batarangs, your trait ready, so you can extend the combo for a bit of extra damage as well. So 2-2-3 into the air, 2. I did the wrong grapple. 2-2-3, jump 2. 2-2-3, jump 2. I'll get it. Did it too late. 2-2-3, jump 2, back 1, grapple hook enhance. Back 3. Into stage transition. So here, free damage. Let's look at this. That was nice, but again, even without stage transition, you can get more, which I'm going to do now. Once I get the combo. Back 3, jump 2, back 1-2, back 2-3, sorry. So that move is still good. You get a nice bit of damage on there, but let's try this with trait. And I missed it, but that's nice 3-6-2. Again, the corner combo, because you've got the 3 in there, that'll create a lot more damage. Anything that you can use for heavy moves, which is always good. The 3 is your heavy attack. 1 is your light, 2 is the medium. So see all of those moves. So that's always a good combo that you can see. That's really useful. It's a basic mid combo, mid-screen combo, and meterless. Well, 1 meter. Got the 1 meter, the corner meter as well. Most times you'll be using 1 meter with Batman. Another good combo that works is doing that and then going into mind games, and then going into stay down at the end. So you want to go for 2-2-3, jump 2, then mind games, which is 1-2-3. So 2-2-3, jump 2, 1-2-3, and then back 2-3, which you can see here. Jump. Again, the batarangs can always extend that combo, giving that little bit of extra damage. Most times, if you're not extending combos, you want to use that to keep you safe from projectiles, which is good sometimes for opponents just rushing in with armor. So against characters like Bane, always useful. Broad, even dark side moves sometimes. So those are always good. So let's do that combo one more time. We've got 2-2-3, jump 2, 1-2-3, back 2-3, and stay down. So like I said, mind games pretty much going to be in a lot of your combos mid-screen. 2-2-3, always good to start. 2-2-3 also has great capabilities to have 1 meter burn. So if we go over to this side, 2-2-3, and then go to the upwards grapple and meter burn that, you can get a free back 3, creating a bounce, like so. Let's move forward a little bit. This is very different to how it was in Injustice Gods Among Us. You can stay in the same spot and do it. Sorry about that. Hold on. I didn't meter burn. One moment, I got this. I can. This is tasty. There we go, 2. And there. So there's that combo that took way too long to get out, but it was a nice 30% combo, which is useful. Because my timing is super off on this from practicing too much on Injustice. But still, useful combo, and again, you can still do Winged Avenger, which is the forward 2-3 on that combo. So what you want is a 1-2-3, sorry. You want a 2-2-3 into the upwards grapple, which is down back 1, back 3, straight into the back 3. Then you want to go jump 2, and then back 2, 3. And that's the sort of combo. And after you do that, you can go straight into your trait, keeping safe. If you have anything, ideally what you want to do is probably have about 1 trait or 2 of your bats out, then leaving you, once you release these, to have another one in stock ready. You always want to have at least 1 as backup. To be honest, most of the time I tend to play and use everything all at the same time. But those are some combos that are pretty useful for him. What I'll do is probably just do a little combo montage of what I've managed to figure out with him, but these combos are super basic ones. You don't even need to add the mind games in there, which is your 1-2-3. You can literally 1-2-2-2-3, jump 2, and then back 2-3. So 1-2-3, jump 2, and that's a pretty basic combo that you'll probably see a lot of your more basic Batman parries. Now, to be fair, I'm probably somewhere more mid-range with Batman in general fighting games. To be fair, I get to a point I'm like, yeah, I like this. I got my swagger combos, and I'm happy with that. As long as I can do those, I'm pretty good. But like I said, what I'll do, those are like your pretty much novice combos, probably minus the corner one, which is a little different. It's just a tad bit more timing. They're a bit harder now. Back into the corner, we've got, again, let's do it with a jump 3, because that creates that. You can go straight, pretty much starting. And then that can go into a mix up, so on. So if we've got 1-1-3, that's useful. That, it can definitely go into its grapple. But you have to special cancel it, meter burn, back 3. Nice combo. So if your opponent is ducking the whole time, you can go 1-1-3. 1-1-3 overhead, just instant overhead, and then you grapple straight there. So if you want to do that, that's fine. That gets your opponent back to mid range. But what you want to do is meter burn this. So 1-1-3, grapple, meter burn, back 3, jump. Well, jump at them and do a 2. Jump 2 and then back 2, 3, back to that. That's going to be a lot of your combo enders, like I say. Majority of the time, you can mix your combos into the Winged Avenger, which is 4-2-3. So we'll do that this time properly. Then jump 2, back 2, 3, and this time we'll do it with Winged Avenger. No, don't let me meter burn, that's okay. Back 3, jump 3, Winged Avenger. So it does less damage, but it is still useful. Now, those combos, those 3 combos, which I'll do once again at the end of this, are pretty much your most useful ones. With the Air 3, with the Jump 3, that is useful for a cross-up, but the spacing is kind of weird, because if you're here, you have to do it at a bit higher. So you'll end up jumping over sometimes your opponent if you do it too late. So you want to do this more at the arc of your jump, just the end arc of it, and it hits them for a cross-up. And you can go straight into mind games. as your combo that will lift them back up. There we go. And you want to go into stay down once again. Once my timing starts messing up. And there, that's your pretty much a mid combo, but a lot of the time you probably end up with jump 2 to be able to get your combo strings done properly. That's your normal cross-up move, which is probably much easier to pull off than this. But again, it can be an overhead or a mid. Once I actually figure out the timing to which one it will be, it'll be nice. So again, from your back 2, you can still combo from it once you do mind games. Good. So once you're in the corner or anywhere, you can go into an overhead or even a back 3 or a 4-3 to give you moves. Those are all very useful combos. So our initial combo was, I do like get this off the first time, is a jump 3. Then mind games. Failed it. I feel like Tyler Lansdowne right now. So jump 3, and then you want to go into mind games, which is your 1, 2, 3, and then your back 1, and then you want, sorry, back 2. Then we go into your grapple, meter burn it, and then your high tech, which is back 2, 2, sorry, back 1, 1, 2. Useful. All right, I got it this time. Overhead, which you can do that sometimes as well, which was 1, 1, 2, but I didn't want that. So let's do this final one. Boom. Nice 3-7-2 chrono combo, which works for a cross up on the, and you stay on the same side, which can be an overhead or a mid. The lower you do it, I'm pretty sure that's how you get the overhead. That's the overhead. So when you do it lower, you create the overhead. Okay, and our next combo, 2, 2, 3, jump 2, mind games, back 2, 3. So that's a straightforward combo for the mid. A simpler version of that takes out the mind games and goes straight into back 2, 3. Again, you can mix this up with doing with Crusader. And then we have the combo that I just couldn't seem to do. 2, 2, 3. And then that goes straight into your grapple hook. Upwards grapple hook. Wait a little bit. I'll get there. No meter burn, useful. Need to walk a bit. Jump 2. Again, that's one where they're too far, you can't mix it up with the Winged Avenger. It'll whiff sometimes. And what I'll do as well in my next video, I'll actually go over what some of these FGC fighting game community talks actually mean. So whiffing, meaning you miss an attack, so here, and then a move misses, so that you're ducking, and then you can actually hit an attack with a strong meaty move, which is really good. So based on that, now that's pretty much the end of my combo video right now for my little bit of tutorial. It's a bit rough, but it's my first one. If you could leave a like and subscribe for future videos that I'll be doing, that'd be amazing. And also, could you please hit that bell so you get notified whenever I do a new video, which now that this game is out, I will be doing regular videos. You'll be able to see one where what I want for the new DLC characters. And the premier skins I'm looking to get, because they've got some, NetherRealm have done some really amazing jobs with the customization, that you can get the gear, and the premier skins is just the icing on the cake, and I just cannot wait for them. So thanks for watching the video. If you managed to watch all the way through, it's now 30 minutes, and I will see you guys later.